Such a great video on puck protection and the details within here. And we'll dig into everything from extending possession, building a wall, making the next play happen easier for yourself, and how it's evolved. We used to start with just stationary puck protection like this on a dot. Sometimes we'd have a stick, sometimes we wouldn't. Then we'd get moving. But the evolution of the game has forced us to really, really dig into the details within protection, extending possession, and allowing players to be more successful when trying to make that next play. Three keys for me are balance, stability, and strength. If you're lacking strength or stability or balance with regards to your skating, it's going to be awfully hard to protect your puck and make those next correct plays you see in a game. No better place to start than playing outside of your body with regards to puck control. So if we look at the example here, okay, everybody has the ability to play in this area, in the middle. But can you learn to be great at playing with the puck outside of your body, just so that we can make sure that we won't be getting our stick hit by the opposition? So whether you're on the forehand here or you cut back and you're on the backhand, we've got to be really good at playing with our puck outside of our body. Here's just another great video of, I call it holstering. And again, we're trying to stay outside of the outreach stick and holstering. If your hands stay here, if they stay here, you're probably going to have your stick here and it's going to get tapped or slapped and you'll lose the puck. But holstering your hands or learning to play with the puck outside your body is critical when trying to extend possession and makes more successful plays. Again, some more offensive puck protection techniques. Look at how low Crosby gets here against his opponent. One of the best protecting pucks is Sidney Crosby, but getting lows allows you to stay strong and allows you to extend the reach to get further and further away from your opponent. So great example here of staying low, getting low. We're going to talk a lot about building a wall. The wall I'm referring to is your toe and your heel and your shoulder. And here's just a great example of the wall. And if you watch, it's kind of like right here. We're trying to protect and just absorb contact, allow for the ability for yourself to fight through the play. And you can see how when you stick your leg out and create more of a base with the leg, you can just cut hands, break sticks, and allow for more success getting to where you want to go and just protecting the puck better. So building a wall is really important. But not only when you build your wall, okay, so here's a great wall and you've got your puck protected, you've got to make sure that you maintain speed. How do we do that? If we watch the footwork here, we can see that shuffling is one way we can maintain our speed and protect the puck longer. Heel skating is another area. Okay, so we look at the wide base here and we get the puck outside of our body. Okay, heel skating is another technique used to extend possession and allow us to protect the puck longer. The reverse mohawk, so getting your feet into 10 and 2 formation and using the backside of your body to protect against that outstretched stick is another form of skating that allows us to protect longer in the offensive zone and be more successful making plays to our teammate. Again, okay, so speed changes, but we see the setup here. We've got a great foundation, and then we're going to throw a little jab just to try and shake the opponent, but all starts from those basic skills of building a wall and a strong agility, balance, and coordination with regards to it. We've all seen this clip with Sid versus his good buddy Nathan McKinnon. Edge riding. We know that if we can attack a player nose to nose, we have two options. When we go just wide of a player, we only have one option. So edge riding in or away from opposition is just another way to protect and create more success by either going this way or this way, giving yourself two options to protect longer in the offensive zone. Position before possession. Okay, obviously we're in a race situation here, but if this player can get in front of this player before possession of the puck, we can all but assure ourselves control of it. So getting body position first before possession is another key term when it comes to talking about puck protection in the offensive zone. So here two players are going after a loose puck, and in order to win that puck battle, we'll notice that White gets right in that lane and makes it easier for himself getting position before possession. Again, more in-zone puck protection details, okay? When it comes to position before possession, Sidney Crosby's probably one of the best at it because of his smaller stature. And obviously he's doing a great job of building a wall here. But the other key with regards to two players going after a puck when they're trying to, accomplish the same thing is making sure you're getting in that lane. So Crosby does that, but the ability to get in a lane really stems from this inside knee positioning, getting in front. And there's a lot of things that we can talk about after with regards to possession and cutting hands, but the knee position is so vital to gaining that position and all but assuring the next play to happen. So again, here's another play where we've got a great wall by Crosby, but again, if we isolate that inside knee, the two players on the tracks, he enters that track of the opposition, gains the lane, gets position before possession, and secures possession and protection. Again, we talked briefly about it. Okay, so here's our wall. We're going to protect against the opposition. But now what we want to do is to further our puck protection in some situation is really get inside and cut the hands of the opponent so they have no chance after. So here we're in great position. We've owned the space, but look at where the hands are up against the backside. Now that opponent can't really get back engaged in the battle, and now you're just setting yourself up for more puck protection success, extend possession, and I think he scored on that play. Absorb plays, okay? So you can see there's nobody around in this situation, but we're going to absorb. So we create our wall. Our wall is with the back side of our body. We're going to wait. We're going to absorb the contact, take the contact, and then roll left or right into space. But when you absorb plays and manage your puck correctly, you allow for help to join you. And in some cases, you need help in the offensive zone. So to isolate and along the wall, you can do the same thing. Again, you're turning your body, okay? You're creating that absorb positioning on your backside, and then you're just rolling away, but you just bought yourself some more time, okay? Puck possession, positioning of the puck is vital when you're absorbing contact. If you have the puck exposed on this side or exposed on this side, that player will just come in and take it going around your body. But putting it in a really good place, and I always say kind of inside the tripod of your legs, a safe place under your core will allow for the absorbing contact to happen, and then you can regain that puck possession and escape left or right. But you got to manage your puck. Here's another great managing puck situation when you absorb contact. Okay, so we can see the puck that's exposed in front. It's safe. Stick hasn't gone stick on puck yet. And obviously the high speed of play is happening here on entry. But absorb the contact, keep the puck in a good spot, and make that next play. You have to be able to play when you're protecting pucks. You have to be able to manage pucks and play with somebody on your shoulder. So now we're bringing this whole thing together. You got to build a wall. You got to shuffle. You got to heel skate. You got to be strong. You got to be balanced, and you got to make sure that puck is outside your body. So some great examples of all the techniques we've watched lately, and putting them all together to absorb and play with somebody on your shoulder, because most of the traffic is in those small space where we're wishing and hoping to extend possession. pushing the dots or attacking, threatening the players really is another technique we talk about with regards to protection. What you're doing here is you're going to hold or manipulate the defender, and once you've got him where you want him, then you can escape or cut to other areas of the ice. But going nose to nose, we talked briefly about it earlier, really helps manipulate, but also pushing the dots is just a term that we use to get inside. And usually when you get inside, you have more success. So great job of pushing the dots and creating some newfound space. Another, way to push the dots, you can just back in, like Sidney Crosby's showing us here. Again, when you back in, what you're doing is creating more space for you to go left or to go right. So great job with the example here of creating space skating backwards into an opponent. Baiting and escaping. Defenders, we're all taught to get stick on puck. So if we can bait or manipulate the opposition, and Crosby's coming this way, he'll have his puck out in front of him, and we'll see everybody wants to get stick on puck. So when we do that and we force people, we create backspace for ourselves. So baiting and escaping is a great way to protect your puck and extend possession longer in the offensive zone. So a great example here. But once you bait and escape, what do you got to do? You got to push the dots. When you push the dots, everybody comes to you. You open up plays to your opponents in other areas of the ice. So get off the wall as much as possible when you're protecting in the offensive zone. Again, same situation here. We're outstretched of the stick on puck. We bait and we escape, but a great job by McDavid. He's one of the best at baiting and escaping. Same thing here. We've got that puck extended out in front of us. We bait, we create a pocket of ice on the outside that we can escape to and have more success. Could be in the corner as well. We can see all the pressures coming from this side. Okay, we build our wall and we identify where is the free space, and then we make a great shot and score on the roll out of the corner. So baiting and escaping. Using the net and using your teammates, okay? So a great look here at how boxing out, using your teammate. And again, if you missed it, using the net, you can see how got two players caught behind the net. When we cut in, we can find extra players, but a great job of not only your player screening or shielding an opponent, but using the net as well to create time and space when you're puck protecting in the offensive zone. Another great example, okay, very subtle but effective, okay, creating some space from your teammate so you can create better puck protection and more opportunities to score. Just another example below the net, using the net, okay, and again, what I was looking at here is this player coming to McDavid here when McDavid chooses to use the net to his advantage and comes out on the strong side. So a lot of information, but a lot of details with regards to offensive zone puck protection that hopefully you can take and transfer into your game at some point during the season.